Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, coming at you one more time out of the Book of Job. Just the other day, I talked about chapter 1 and 2. I read chapter 3 and 4 and to highlight the Book of Job. We know what the story is about and to give you the metaphoric things why God things allowed to happen. And when you read this wonderful book, and how we ended on chapter 2 at the end of verse 2:13. They say, when they sat down for 7 days and 7 nights, no one spoke the word. But going to the chapter 3 and chapter 4 to hit some highlight points, right? After all this joke up in his mouth and cursed the day. And he spake and said, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night which I was said that there is a man child conceived. Let the day be darkness, let not God regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. At this present time, Job is speaking. He's not cussing God. He's just wondering why things going on. And as you read the chapter 3, right, it says, verse 14, within kings and councils, right, of the earth, which built desolate places for them, or with the price princes that he had gold, who filled their houses with silver. He is really reflecting back on the things that's occurring to him at this present time. When you read this book and acknowledge why God allows Satan to take his best servant in all of everything that he done. But God already knew what Job was going to do, but Job had to profess in the natural that to show other people in the spiritual that you can go through and you can take the challenges of life that we have in the year of 2019 going to 2020. And as you read the ongoing chapters, verse 22 of chapter 3, which rejoice exceedingly and glad when they can find the grave. Why is the light given to a man who is hid and whom God hath hedged him in? For my sign cometh before I eat, and my roars and poured out like the waters. See, he is now understanding, kind of like figuring out why. And even the hedge protection was around him. Why was it removed from him? And his friend sat there with him for 7 days and 7 nights. But looking at chapter 4, one of his friends speak. Then Epitaph the Telemite answered and said, if we essay to commute with thee without grief, but who can withhold himself from speaking? You see, after Job spoke for 7 days, 7 nights, everyone was quiet. Then one of his friends spoke. Who can hold himself from speaking? Behold, thou hast instructed many, and thou hast strengthened the weak hands. The words that upheld him and was falling until thou hast strengthened the feeble knees. At this present time, when you talk about your friends being by your side through everything that you're going through, you wonder why it's happening. Who are your real true friends that deal with you in the battle of things to come and occur? And we look at this on chapter 3, right? And chapter 4, going to the 16th verse. It says, it stood still, but I could not discern the form. Therefore, imagine was before me eyes, and there was silence. And I heard a voice saying, shall a mortal man be more than just God? Shall a man be pure than his own maker? Huh? You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? It stood still, but I could not discern the form therefore of. He's like, what stood still? He could not discern what it was that was there. Before my eyes, there was silence. And I heard a voice, saying, don't know what this figure is, saying, shall mortal man be more than just God? This is with a question mark, right? Shall a man be more pure than his own maker? You see what I'm saying? This deep right here. This real deep. Because Job was one of the most fearless persons. Have all the sheep crop and everything else. He shooed from evil. He despised everything, avoided every retreat. He praised God every day, worshiped him all the time. In verse 20 said, they are destroyed from morning and to evening. They pressure for every without any regarding of it. Thought not their excellency, which is that go away. They die without wisdom. This thing here is the one of the people that's speaking, the speech of Ephthas. That's chapter 3 and chapter 4. When we look at this here, I'm going to go ahead and live into chapter 5 since I'm on the road here, because you got to understand this here. When Job is stricken without repetition, without causing why, utmost person to be held in the word of God. It says, call now therefore any that it will answer thee, and wish to by the saints, without turning you, for the wrath of killings of the foolish man and the envy slayeth thou. We go down to verse 9, chapter 5, which doeth great things and unsearchable and marvelous things without a number. We're looking at verse 13, he that taketh the wise in their own gratifiedness and counsel and forward and carry healing. At this present time, he is a conversation with his friends. Update where he sat for 7 days and 7 nights without speaking a word. And as you read chapter now 3, 4, and 5, right, we relate this into the relations of things going on. Twice the devil came back. You know what I'm saying? And now he's being looked at with his friends, with himself, recapping on some things. So as you read this here, let me hear from you in the comments of chapter 3, 4, and 5 as we go forward on another day in chapter 6 and 7 as I indulge into this more prominently for you. And the book of Job applies to your life. I thank you very much for taking the time out to spend some time with me as I go into the book of Job and I break it down for you. And God bless you all and have a great day. Let me hear from you. Email me at blackwhite3140 I love you all out there. Until the next day, the next time we continue to dig into the book of Job, what I'm here doing my studies and everything else too also. God bless you. I love you. This is the CEO of Nonset Enterprises, where daily I empower, I educate, right, and encourage. Hashtag Let's Talk.